What's this then? It's a yellow ball with, well, it looks like dye or dices, the markings. What does it do? Well, let me show you. You roll it as you would a die. What happens? Curiously enough, it settles down to give you a reading of the series as a 3. How could it do that? And why doesn't it keep rolling? Now it's becoming a 2. Something very strange going on here, and something inside is rattling as well. I'll show you in a minute what's going on inside. What have we got there? Oh, that's a 5. So it distinctly makes 6 positions for it. What's going on inside? Well, that's what goes on inside. There's actually, that thing is rattling is a ball bearing. And then there's 2 halves when it's put together, and this one's got the top as well as the bottom. And if the ball inside had landed in that tiny little cavity there, the top of the thing would have been the opposite side of the 5, which is a 2. So it would have been a 2 appearing there. Extraordinary. And there's 6 little cavities there, and the ball bearing has to land on one of them. It's so arranged that it always lands on one of them, whichever it's at the bottom of, the top one, the opposite one, 7 minus whatever the bottom one is, will give you the value. So it's sitting in a number 2 place at the very bottom of the 5 there, because it's opposite it. So a very clever design from the Germans about, 30 years ago, making a spherical die, or spherical dice, and to make it actually work require this very clever bit of design. I've got a few more of these wonderful dice which I love because they're so unusual and they're such clever ideas. This one here you can roll, I suppose. It's one inside the other, but you just do a bit of that, you know, and then it lights up. It's electronic. And this thing can be turned to any angle you like, and because it's got these little things like one of those little mechanisms, like you see in compasses, it always comes to face up to your so you can read it easily enough. But every time you do that, it randomizes it electronically. Nice one to put it into a thing. I like that. Here's some ones, very nice ones for rolling, but actually these are, I'm afraid they're chocolates. Let me just open one. I haven't opened up one of these since I got this, I think at a trade fair. I think there should be a little cube of chocolate, hopefully milk, which I like, inside it. Yes, there we are. I'm not sure I'll eat it just yet because it's about 30 years old actually. Oh well, I might nibble a bit this evening if I'm feeling a bit ambitious. But every one of them, I'll put that back again in due course, is actually a chocolate dice. Wow, things we make. This one I can't make out. It's a die, but it's got the numbers 1 to 6, and it's got them all correctly. But why have they done this thing with engines and wagons in it? Like a railway or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a train. Anyone out there knows why they made a dice with all these rolling stock that you get on railways? I'm not sure what's going on there. Very interesting. This is a very difficult mathematical one. Really tiresome actually. It shows all the numbers 1 to 6, but disguised in a bit of mathematics you've got to be able to do. So that, for instance, is 99 over 99, 99 over 99, which is 1, so that's the 1. So obviously it should be a 6. Oh my goodness, look at that equation there. You've got to take the square root of 9, you've got to put that to the... Eventually you come to 6, but it'll take a bit of work to get there. And the others are equally difficult to do. It's going to be that way around for 9s. So you've got the 9 value, we've got 6 values using nothing but 9s, but with complicated mathematics, square roots and equations and fractions as well, to try and solve it. And you cannot just do it like that unless you've got a very, very quick mathematical brain to solve it. The mathematicians delight, for everyone else, a complete curse. You couldn't use it. These came out quite a few years ago, the double dice, one inside the other. Very nice. So that is a 6, and it's a 6, double 6 there. And that is now a 4, and inside is a 2. But you've only got one piece to hold, so if you're rolling it around the place, you just do that, and it instantly gives you 2 different values, just by glancing down into it. And here's a more advanced version with something which has got 9 sides to it, and it's got a little 9-pointed figure inside it. A nonagon, or whatever they call it. And again, that'll randomise it. So you're playing a game where you find a 9-sided dice. My goodness me, some things they make. Here's another one which has got a lovely shape to it. Again, it works very well. I think that's 10 actually, because it's got a 0 as well. It's got a 9, I noticed, and it's got a 6 and it's got a 0, so that's 10 size to those ones. And here we have even more strange shapes of die. It's bizarre. This is a tetrahedron, which is easy to do. But even that's a little bit odd, but these ones are very strange indeed and very asymmetric. But they are reasonably random when you roll them. They're not strong point die, one which cheats you because they come to the same value of 6. But what's going on there, I don't know. This is a rather nice idea. This actually, it's a weather forecaster. All you got to do is do these and decide whether it's going to be rain or showery or snowy or whatever it is. I'll do a few of them first of all. That's definitely sunshine. Look, double 6, double sunshine. So that's nice. If you've got rain, you've got hurricane somewhere or other, you've got all sorts of things. The sun is there, then you've got the sun and then cloudy there, then you've got some snowflakes there. Look, there's some very pretty little snowflakes. That sun's back again. That's a strong wind, I think it is. That must be a tornado, I think it is. So, goodness me. Anyway, it tells you the weather forecast just by throwing, and you've probably got as much chance of being correct as some meteorologists who just guess what the weather's going to do. This is a very clever design of die, which when I first got them, I didn't realise what actually went on. The idea is you can customise these because each of these faces just lifts off with your fingernail like that. Which that one's got a bit stuck in actually. Let's try this one. Oh, I think these are stuck in. My thumb is not. Oh, there we are. So this is what you've got. You've got the actual value of the die there, and a little thing it goes into and gripped onto it, and you can then arrange them in asymmetric shapes, or you can have all 6-point die or something like that. But they can be customised just by taking them out. You can easily change the numbers around and have a lot of fun. That one's already got all 3s in it, so that's not going to do very much good. But it's a bit of fun, isn't it? The last one is, if you're bothered about all the noise I'm making with these dies, you go clatter on the table, you have a soft die. Well, it's not that soft. The inside is quite a firm bit of plastic, but inside, at the outside, on each of the corners, is a tiny little bit of quite soft plastic, and it makes a noise like that. Very, very quiet indeed. Rests the ears. So, more die and dice from my collection. I think there's some more to come still.